Hey, I'm Megan Ann Wilson, aka She Got Game. I'm a designer and stylist working in pro sports, and you're watching Syrup.
Monday, April 20th. Welcome back to another week of Syrup. Let's get into today's servings. Bailey checks in with designer and NBA stylist Megan Ann Wilson, and we talk the most underrated moments from the One World Together global broadcast. All that coming your way. It's time for Syrup.
Today, we're joined by designer and NBA stylist Megan Ann Wilson, aka She Got Game. What a treat for us here at Syrup. Megan, we're so excited to have you on the show. How are you feeling?
This is a nice little break from my usual month or so quarantine with my parents. So it's nice to talk to some people who actually understand the NBA. So it's a great little break from the cold here in Ottawa.
I know you had a chance to work with Jordan Brand years ago during All-Star. Did you get the chance to approach him and be like, listen, Mike, I'm sorry, MJ, this just ain't it, bro?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, I feel really lucky. I've done a lot of work, like you said, with All-Star, and I've done shoots with Jordan Brand. I got to style like the big Space Jam collection, and I feel really lucky that I've had that relationship. But part of that relationship means a really candid relationship, you know, where when I was in Charlotte, so this was 2014, I think. But so we were kind of at this space, and Jordan was coming through, and he's wearing these horrible jeans and this old, oversized zip-up sweater.
Were they boot cut?
Yeah, they definitely were. There was a baggier boot cut too. It wasn't cute. I have photos in case we need them, but as evidence. But they had told me, the head of Jordan Comms was like, listen, Jordan's coming. You can say hi. Don't talk to him about fashion. And I was like, what? I would never. You can't. You got to be nice. And I was like, can I ask? No. It was you can talk about shoes or other stuff, but if you call him out on his wardrobe, it's going to be a problem. So that was the only time where I've been like, okay, let me censor myself a little bit. But, you know, getting to work with the brand has always been super fun for me and exciting. And when I was at the Jordan party in Toronto, we ended up in the same section, and it was just like, oh yeah, I'm just casually hanging out with Michael Jordan in a, box at a Jordan party. No big deal, So I've kind of had to I learned my place when it's dealing directly with MJ, but in other sense, I'm not scared. It's not a bad thing that people know me as opinionated, I don't think, So I'm sure he could handle it, but I just wasn't allowed to find out.
You know what, Megan? I think the funniest thing about that is that his team is clearly aware if they're letting you know, please don't say anything to him. So I think it's time for us to let him know, since you didn't really get that opportunity to do so. Are you down to deep dive into some of these outfits with me?
Oh yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
Just a quick adjustment here. I had to put the off-white Chicagos around my shoulder. What do you got over there?
Oh, just got some OGs over here. Had to pay tribute to MJ, but also the women who really paved the way.
I told you that She Got Game. We are not playing around. Megan is ready to go. We get into some MJ fits right here. The good, the bad, and the very ugly. But of course, this is all out of love. Jordan, we love you. You are a legend and icon. Megan, you ready to dive into this?
Always ready. Born ready. Let's do it.
Let's go. Outfit number 1. What do we have here?
What is up with these uncle shoes? The fit, why are they saddle shoe, toe tone? Why are they white on the top? I don't. And then with that color of sock, that doesn't really go with the shoes. It really doesn't go with the pants. It's this weird mix, greenish brown. And then the actual color of the jacket, it kind of looks like baby poop brown. You know what I mean? It's that weird color. And in some ways, MJ did get all these tailored suits, and they were a certain style. They had that kind of zoot suit in the 90s, oversized, big prints. It was somewhat stylish in the 90s in the sense, right, where he went custom, but this color combination is not doing anything for him. The gold watch he's wearing is blending into his, it's not even showing it off more. The color is just not doing anything for him. It just kind of is enough. It's again of that thing where the more I look at MJ stuff, the more I'm seeing him wearing a lot of the same colors together, which is really interesting and really tonal. But they don't really go together.
The next photo, please. Okay, Megan, go ahead. I'm indifferent about this one.
Can I just say, this feels like something people would wear now. It has that energy It definitely feels like maybe he's been hanging out with Dennis Rodman a little more. Maybe that's where he got the jacket. You know, it definitely has like rubbed off on the Dream Team feel. Like I'm not mad at it. It needs editing.
Megan, have a field day with this one. I don't know where to begin.
I mean, it's again this weird color that he likes so much, and I don't understand it. It's not a Charlotte color. It's not a UNC color. It's not a Wizards color. It's not like, where is this coming from? Like, someone in his life was like, you know what, you look really good in like dirty yellow. And
what's with the mustard fascination? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. This could be a whole deep dive piece about MJ and mustard. Like, is it his favorite condiment? Like, I don't know.
Okay. Iconic, Megan. Obviously, this is, you know, the beginning of Jordan Brand, the partnership with Nike. This is everything we love. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for that photo, we wouldn't have this right here that's on my shoulders. Megan, go ahead. Air Jordan to start. What are your thoughts on this photo?
I mean, this is like one of the most iconic basketball photos of all time, right? You know, this is really, when you think about Jordan, when you think of the DNA of the brand, this is really one of the places where you really start. Both like on the timeline, but also when you look at style and how things are getting told and how things are being reinterpreted, you really start with this kind of photo. And you see recently, you know, like Melody Asani, she used this photo and this photo shoot specifically to kind of like recreate and make it for women, which I thought was really cool, and it felt like a really authentic homage, you know. And I've done shoots with Jordan or on my own and use this photo shoot as inspiration. It's just really good. It's really clean. I think, you know, obviously the kind of like that kind of track pant has come in and out of style. It's kind of back sort of in style again now. The logo t-shirt. I mean, I love that Wings logo when it's used the right way. You know, where you have it on your shoes here, you have it on the shirt here. I just think it's really good. And I think it shows too, like, the power of not doing too much.
It's safe to say that the Jordan brand and legacy is iconic. MJ's personal outfits, not so much. Megan, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show.
Thanks so much for having me. It was so much fun to revisit all these MJ looks with you.
So the One World Together at Home global broadcast happened this past weekend with every celebrity possible, probably part of it. It was amazing because they raised $127.9 million, and that's going towards healthcare workers. The actual broadcast itself was amazing. So many incredible artists, but all music aside, I do want to talk about some of the most underrated and funniest moments of the broadcast. You guys know how much I love being invited into celebrities' homes during this time. I will say I need to give an honorable mention to Charlie Puth. He was trending this past weekend over Twitter, and I wanted to know why. So I clicked on his name and noticed that he was trending because he didn't make up his bed for the global broadcast, and he got torn apart for it by his fans in the funniest way possible. One of his fans even called him out, saying Charlie couldn't make his bed to go live in front of the whole world. In all fairness, Charlie's response to everyone was, to be fair, I don't think I've made my bed since 2008. Maria, what was your favorite underrated or funniest moment from the broadcast?
I definitely have two underrated moments. I think when the Beckhams came on, I completely fangirled a little bit, so I love to see them speak, and everybody loves the Beckhams. But I also have to say, when Elton John came on to perform, there was a basketball net behind him and a few basketballs. I have to say, Elton, do you play basketball? Because that's amazing to me, because if he does, I would love an invite to go play basketball with Elton John.
He's excited for The Last Dance, just like us. That's what I think it is.
Bailey, what about you?
For me, it had to be John Legend. Not only was he such a great performer, but like, let's talk about the accolades behind him. That he was just casually flexing while on the keys, the Grammys, and every award there. He wanted you to see it. And John, we hear you loud and clear. You're amazing. We get it.
That wraps it up for today's Syrup episode. Thank you to everyone who watched. But that's it for now. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.